What's up, guys? This is the Everything and Anything podcast with your host, Malin. And you already know this is the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design, we just do it. And don't forget to check out our Instagram at Everything and Anything Pod. Leave a like, a comment, even a share. Show some love, man. I appreciate all of y'all who watch and tune into this podcast. Uh, any support helps, for real, it does. We appreciate it. Today, I'm gonna be doing kind of just a different style of, this is the Everything and Anything podcast, man. I could choose to do whatever I want, you know what I'm saying? But today we're gonna be doing like a top 10 list episode, and today I'm gonna be talking about passive income, places to live when you're young, and scamming. So stay tuned for the rest of it. So, what is passive income? For the people who don't know what it is, passive income includes regular earnings from a source other than an employer or contractor. And like the IRS says, passive income can come from two sources: rental property or business in which one does not actively participate, such as being paid book royalties or stock dividends. You know what I'm saying? And so passive income is just, you're not really doing anything for that money. The money is just coming in, and you're just like kind of investing into that without no interference whatsoever. So it's always good to have passive income, and I always say it's never okay to have just one source of income, or you know two sources of income is dope, but you should have two or more, man. You should always have more sources of income. Always stay active when it comes to making that bank. You already know. But passive income is not like your job, a second job, or non-income producing assets. Like investing can be a great way to generate passive income, but only if the assets you own pay dividends or interest. Non-dividend paying stocks or assets like cryptocurrencies may be exciting, but they won't earn you passive income. And that's another thing to remember. A lot of people are into cryptocurrencies nowadays, and they think it's a good thing to buy because you make money from it. The only way you make money from it is if you buy it at a low price and you sell it at a higher price. It's not really making you passive income. Stocks are the way to go. You just have to know what stock company and what stocks you're going for. But let's get on to the top 10 list of ideas for building wealth, passive income. Creating a course. One popular strategy for passive income is creating an idea or video course, then kicking back while cash rolls in from the sale of your products. Courses can be distributed and sold through sites such as Udemy, Skillshare, and Coursera. But that's another big thing nowadays. Like, you see a lot of these ads on YouTube where people be like, "Do you want to be a millionaire?" And you click on that, and it's a course they sell you for $100, and that's how it is. And not less. That's really if even the cryptocurrencies and the I don't even know what it's called anymore, because that was a thing. Like, I forgot the name of it, but with just all of these, it was a big thing back then, man. Not even back then. Nowadays, there are courses for. I was looking at something. I saw a commercial for something about this guy who started his nursing business, and he had a course on how to start your own, and he gave you the first 5 steps. But if you want anything more information more than that, you have to like buy the course. And yeah, that's a big thing. But there are a few risks. It takes a massive amount of effort to create the product, and that's a fact, because your product has to be on point. And if you're scamming people with your course, obviously it's gonna bite you, because no one will people will find out, and then you're not gonna get that no notoriety that that you would have if your course actually help people in doing what you said it would, or helping them make money, or whatever the case may be. And number two, write an ebook. Writing an ebook can be a good opportunity to take advantage of the low cost of publishing, and even leverage the worldwide distribution of Amazon to get your book seen by potentially millions of would-be buyers. Ebooks can be relatively short, perhaps 30, 50 pages, and can be relatively cheap to create, since they rely on your own experience. And that's really a fact, and it really does rely on your own experience and your own expertise. To be honest with you, because you could really create an ebook about anything. You know what I mean? You could create an ebook on how, it's the story of your life and sell that, on Amazon, or ebook on how to tie laces. That will sell. Anything. Ebooks are a good way to go when it comes to passive income, because you could, like I said, you could literally, it's only up to your expertise. Whatever you are an expert at and whatever you have experience in, you could definitely write a book. And I believe ebooks is definitely a good passive source of income. Yeah. Number three, a rental income, like rental properties or vehicles or whatever the case may be. That investing in rental properties is an effective way to earn passive income, but it often requires more work than people expect. If you don't take the time to learn how to make it a profitable venture, you could lose your investment and then some. So that's really a big part of rental properties, because your property has to be in good location, good standing, you know what I mean, looks good or whatever, you know what I mean, unless it's really in a spot where that doesn't matter, I guess. But rental properties is a big is a big thing, man. Real estate in general is a big thing. Real estate is something that you cannot pass by. Real estate is generational wealth. Real estate is big. Real estate is big. Real estate is something that you cannot pass by. Buying your first house, buying other houses, buying apartments, stuff like that. Specifically, rental vehicles. I mean, owning a vehicle is a liability. Everybody knows that. But like, if if you specifically own the rental company, that's cool. And nowadays, there's this app called Turo where you could rent your own vehicle, which is pretty cool. So if you have multiple vehicles that you don't really mind having strangers drive, you could rent them on Turo, which is another great source of income. You don't really have to do much. You know what I mean? You just collect your money and service the car once in a while, which is a regular thing because it is a liability and could also make you money too. So that's a good one. Affiliate marketing. With affiliate marketing, website owners, social media influencers, or bloggers promote a third party product by including a link to the product on their site or social media account. Amazon might be the best known affiliate partner, but eBay, Awin, and Share a Sale are among the larger names too. And Instagram and TikTok have become a huge platform for those looking to grow a following and promote products. Affiliate marketing is a good one. This is number 4, by the way. Affiliate marketing is a good one because this is something I was looking into when I was building my site for this website, which is still building my site, which is building my building my website for this podcast, because which is still in the process of being built. But I looked into affiliate marketing because it's a good way to make a passive source of income, because it's just like Amazon, where they who sell a whole bunch of knickknacks and they give you links to embed into your website, and which people will see and probably think which is cool and click on and probably hopefully buy. And that's a good way to make just some sense on the side, which is affiliate marketing. And Amazon is a big one. That's the one I was looking into, Amazon, you know but yeah, affiliate marketing. I don't know much about affiliate marketing. I was looking into it because because I'm big into passive income, but I don't really know much about that one specifically. Flip retail products. This is number 5. Flip retail products. Take advantage of online sale platforms such as eBay or Amazon and sell products that you find at a cut rate prices elsewhere. You will arbitrage the difference in your purchase and sale prices and may be able to build a following of individuals who track your deals. And this is really a good one because it's kind of like drop shipping, where you don't really have a inventory. You just have a website where you sell stuff, and you contact the warehouse, they ship it out to the people. You you pay them a fraction of how much you're charging, and you're making a good profit. Product is like 50 cents to a dollar, and you sell it for like $8, $6. That's good profit right there. If you know what I'm saying. So plus shipping and all the other stuff, man, it's good profit. It's good profit. Yeah. Flip retail products like drop shipping. That's a good one. It's also one I looked into before, but I never really got into it. But yeah. Selling photography online might not be the most obvious place to set a passive business. This is number 6, by the way. Sell photography online. But it could allow you to scale your efforts, especially if you can sell the same photos over and over again. To do that, you might work with an organization such as Getty Images and Shutterstock or Alamy. To get started, you'll have to be approved by the platform. You know what I mean? But that's still a good thing. They're talking about paparazzi work. That's basically what it is. Or it doesn't really have to be paparazzi, but it could be spaces like where you just shoot images and you just do certain stuff. You just shoot images of cars and you sell it online as stock images, which is cool. Selling stock images online. I mean, like stock images. There's this program there's this new program nowadays where it's like, if you're a real estate person or whatever the case may be, and you want to showcase a property or the area or whatever on your website, you could search up the area, and this software will give you stock images of that area or whatever, and you just buy it for a certain amount of money, and you add it to your website, or now you own those images. You know what I'm saying? Because if you obviously use it as copyright or whatever, but that's selling stock images is a really good way to make passive income.
CMOS.
I'm not saying I like CMOS just because it's my boy. That shit is good.
She fuck with the CMOS,
Tap
yo.
in, y'all. That shit is great.
Tap
It's
in
worth
with
for
the CMOS.
$7. You won't regret it, man. Maze Tropical CMOS. Go follow that on Instagram.
Tap in.
Advertisement time. Today we have Maze Tropical Sea Moss, wild crafted fruit infused sea moss, fruits and sea moss from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. And if you don't know about sea moss, man, sea moss has 92 out of 102 minerals that the body needs. Sea moss has a whole bunch of other minerals and nutritions and just like health benefits like protein, calcium, sulfur, iodine, magnesium, and that's just a few of them. Sea moss is also good for pregnant women because it gives you and the baby nutriments because it's jam packed with nutriments. Sea moss is also good for smokers because it removes the phlegm in your chest and your throat. It clears out your sinuses and all of that stuff. Sea moss is also good for sex, man. It could boost your sex drive. So if you're not all there, drink that sea moss. Sea moss also has way more nutrition, vitamins, minerals than any other multivitamins there is out there. Man, try Maze Tropical Sea Moss today. Wild crafted fruit infused sea moss drinks. Tap in, man. Support. Y'all already know. Commercial break. Number 7, which is buy crowdfunding real estate. If you're interested in investing in real estate but don't want to do a lot of the heavy lifting, management, repairs, handling tenants, and more, then another option is using a crowdfunding platform to invest in real estate. An experienced investing team's picked out the real estate, and then you can decide to invest in it and how much you're comfortable with. You'll pay an annual management fee to the real estate platform and have minimum investments amount that you can range from $10 to tens of thousands of dollars. This is a really good one. I've never really actually heard of it. Let me kind of read more about it. You know what I'm saying? But it says the opportunity, you can get access to private real estate deals that may be attractive, and they've been pre-selected by knowledgeable investors. You can check out the returns on the platform, so you'll have some idea of what level of returns you can expect and over what time frame. Real estate investments can also help diversify your portfolio, helping to smooth your returns. Some platforms invest in equity, while others invest in debt. Generally, stock offers high returns in exchange for more risk, while debt offers lower returns in exchange for less risk. Some platforms require you to be an accredited investor with a certain minimum income or assets. Popular platforms include Fundraise, Yield Street, and Diversity Fund. And this is the opportunity in the buy crowd-funded real estate. That's the opportunity. The risk for that is you're on the hook to make your own investments on many crowdfunding platforms. So while past returns may look good, they're no predictor of future success, and you'll have to make the judgment call about what to buy. That means you'll need to read the prospectus for every deal you're interested in and understand the pros and cons. Another opportunity, which is this is number 7, which is dividend stocks. So shareholders in companies with dividend yielding stocks receive a payment at regular intervals from a company. So basically, companies pay cash dividends on a quarterly basis out of their profits, and all you need to do is own the stock. Dividends are paid per share of stock. So the more shares you own, the higher the payment will be. So there's definitely a risk in it, which is choosing the right stock. But the opportunity is getting just passive income, just money for you literally getting paid for owning a stock. So you could literally make your money back after a certain while, after a certain time, obviously, for that the money back that you paid for the stock after a certain period of time. Obviously, it may be 20 years, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? You're still making your money back, but you're still that's still passive income. That's still a source of income that you didn't have before. So definitely dividend stocks is one to get. And that was number 7. Number 8 is create an app. And that's another big one, because nowadays you don't even need to know code to create apps. Creating an app could be a way to make that upfront investment of time, then reap the reward over the long haul. Your app might be a game or one that helps mobile users perform some hard to do function. Once your app is public, users download it and you can generate income. The more downloads you get, the more users you get, the more money you make. And that's a big one, yo. That's a big one. Creating an app. A lot of people create these addictive games, and they make so much money off of that, because it's like they get so much downloads and so much people actually interested in the games. And I'm an example. I get so addicted to these games, and I give these people so much money and so much plays, and they get rich off me just playing these addictive video games. But hey, that's life, eh? Number 9, rent out a parking space or like a parking garage. Do you have a spare parking spot or spare parking garage in your property? That's a good way to make money, and that's yeah. I don't. That doesn't need much explaining, you know. But yeah, that was number 9, and yeah, that one doesn't need much explaining. You just have to get contract signed, make sure you trust the person, stuff like that. You know, st- yeah, stuff like that. So that's another. Make sure you just trust that's really the only risk in it. Just make sure you know the person, because just renting out a property is always risky. Rent out your home short term, which is number 10, last and final on the list. If you're not always living in your house all the time, apartment or whatever, man, Airbnb, and there are many other sites, but Airbnb is the most famous one, obviously, where you can just rent out your home, or even just your own listing on a site, where it's like you just rent out your property for a few weeks if you're traveling, or if you're always traveling for business. Make that passive income. You don't have to do much. That person will basically will be paying your rent, half of your rent, either one. The person will be paying a majority of your rent if you're not in that property most of the time. Where you could just rent it out to somebody who's coming there for a few weeks of vacation, and Airbnb and those other sites have insurance, and you should have insurance too. So if anything happens, man, you should be good. But renting your property when you're not using it, That's a really a good one to get into. Really a good one. And that was it. That was it. That was the top 10 list for passive income. There, I had a lot more on the list, but you know, it was the top 10. So it's just passive income, man. Don't forget to one source of income is just not enough. It's just not something that's sustainable. Always think about having multiple sources of income. Always think about um, investing in something that may be a little bit risky. You know what I'm saying? Passive income does involve some additional labor along the way. You may have to keep your product updated or your rental property well maintained in order to keep passive dollars flowing. But if you're committed to the strategy of making that money, then the passive income dollars will flow in. Passive income is always a good way, man. Look into your job does not have to be your only. If you have an amazing job or whatever, you should definitely. People who make millions of dollars have passive income because they invest in a lot of stocks. They invest in a lot of stuff that we just don't know about. You know, like REITs and stuff like that, man. That's really a big one that a lot of people invest in. A lot of young people really don't know about. You know what I'm saying? But it's it's really a good one, bro. It's really a good one. Passive income is really a good one to get yourself into. But moving on to the next list, it's still on the young people topic, and this was a really, you know, topic that I really want to put out there for all my young people who listen to this podcast because a lot of in school, man, in school, like I'm in college right now, and obviously the stuff you want to learn and the stuff they actually teach you is not, it doesn't match all the time. So this is stuff that you actually need to know, ways to make money while you're not actually doing anything. And number second on the topic list is a top 10 places for young people to move to. And here we go. Number 1 is Colorado Springs. Man, I don't know why Colorado Springs is on that list, but it takes number 1 for the spot. Offered easy access to loads of recreational opportunities in the foothills and mountains. The Springs ranks first for desert. Just the Springs rank first. I don't know. That's crazy. Out of the 150 most populous metro areas in the U.S., Colorado Springs. Hey, if that rocks your boat, yeah, move to Colorado Springs. San Francisco. San Francisco sounds like a good spot. Highest housing properties. I don't understand why it would be young. It would be good for young professionals. You really got to be making a lot of money to use to go to San Francisco because it does cost a lot to live there. But that's number second on the list, by the way. San Francisco. Huntsville, Alabama. Wow. Okay. Revolve around aerospace and defense, which makes sense. Kids right out of college would want to go work for NASA or other companies like Lockheed Martin or Boeing. And I guess I guess Huntsville get a influx of young kids straight out of college. Makes sense. It's number 3 on the list. Nashville, Tennessee. I see that happening though. I could see that drinking straight out of college. Head to Nashville, Tennessee. I could see that one. I could see that being possible. With strong healthcare and healthcare technology industries, Nashville is attracting plenty of new residents. Wow. Okay. Nice to know. I thought it was for the drinking and the fun you people usually have in Nashville, man. But that could still be it. You get drunk and you go get the best healthcare in the world. Raleigh and Durham, North Carolina. Okay, it's nice. It's like I said, it's like a big influx of kids right out of college because Duke University and North Carolina State University are there, so it makes sense. Those are big colleges, especially for sports. Portland, Oregon, nice. I never thought Portland, Oregon would be on this list, man. Portland has long been a destination for young people seeking an area with an offbeat personality, which makes sense. And local residents are happy to keep Portland weird. It makes sense, and they also have corporations like Intel Corp, Nike, Providence Healthcare and Service. You know what I'm saying? So for kids straight out of college who want to work for these companies, which is a lot, makes sense. But that's what I'm saying. Portland is not. It's a weird place. It rains a lot, and it's like gloomy. I don't see that's okay. It's nice to see that on the list. Austin, Texas, nice. It's the capital of Texas, as a major tech hub over the past few decades. As companies, venture capitalists have sort of more affordable alternative to Silicon Valley. As a result, Austin is well known for the number of young professionals that populate the metro area. Median age is 35, which is nice. Wow, and population has increased 8.45% between 2016 and 2021, which is a nice thing, man. Austin, Texas, that's what's up. I wouldn't personally move there, but that's what's up. Can't never move to Texas. San Jose, California. I mean, California just attracts young people in general. It has the strongest job market out of the 150 most populous areas in the, in the U.S. San Jose, nice, attracts a lot of young people. So if you ever want to move to California, move to San Jose. LA is not too far. San Fran is not too far. Charlotte, North Carolina. Wow, home to major players in the financial industry like Bank of America, which is a lot of, you know, that is where a lot of fresh out of kids from college would probably want to go work. So I would see them doing that, which is nice. Charlotte, North Carolina, that's crazy. Nice. One of my friends, him and his girl actually moved to Charlotte over the summertime, which is dope. Makes sense. Number 10, Boulder, Colorado. Colorado is number 1 and number 10 on this list, man. This is pretty cool. Colorado, nice place to live for, and located at the base of the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Boulder offers breathtaking views and outdoor activities that many crave, while also maintaining the job market that many young professionals seek when moving to a city. So Colorado, if you like that open stuff, Colorado is a good place to move to, I guess. It's number 1 and number 10 on the list, so that's nice. Yeah. But that is top 10 places for young professionals, college kids, young humans to go live. And yeah, that's what's up though. A lot of these places on the list, I didn't really had much to say about it. I just really wanted to know about it, and with me knowing, I would just let y'all know too. But a lot of these places I didn't expect, like Colorado and like Portland and stuff like that. It's crazy though, yeah. Number 3, uno dos tres. We're gonna be talking about scamming. Scamming. Top 10 scams today in the world. And something I have talked about, if you want to go listen to that, Broken Bones with Lex, talked about scamming. Also talk about scamming with Talks on Xavier, Talks on the Block with Xavier, matter of fact, slipped my mind. But go check out these episodes, yo. Rewind, flashback to those episodes. So go check them out. We're gonna get started on this list. And scamming, I don't condone anything about scamming. I do not support scamming. Scamming is not the way to go. A lot of people do make money off scamming, and that is not the way you should be making your money. So, yeah. Top 10 scams in the world right now. Prizes, sweepstakes, or free gifts. Number 1, requests for payment to claim fictitious prizes, lottery winnings, or gifts. And that's really a big one, because even me, I get emails all the time talking about, oh, you've won this or you've won that, and I spam, and it's just crazy. If you go to my spam folder, that will that's all you're gonna see is emails about, oh, you've won this or you've won that. I know I haven't won that or I have won this. I haven't even applied. I've never even been to that location. How have I won this? You know what I'm saying? But other people like apparently fall for it, which is crazy though. Number two on the list, which is internet, I guess, general merchandise sales, not auctions. Goods purchased at higher goods purchased are either never delivered or misrepresented, and that's really a big thing. Like you really get places like no bad shame on like Alibaba and AliExpress and these sites, but like these sites, bro, you order a screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, you probably gonna get a flathead screwdriver. Like that's how crazy it is, and that's a fact. Like you really cannot trust these sites. You'll get misrepresented items, or your items will never arrive. Like when you order from these spots in Asia, I don't know if that has ever happened to you, but it happens to me, and it's usually only these Asian sites, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I've waited like 3 months for a package, never got it, got my money back. You know what I'm saying? At least they didn't get me there, but you wait 3 months for a package. It's like, come on, am I actually gonna get this package? Like, what's going on here? If you know what I'm saying? But that is a big one. I have actually been through that one. Yeah, and that was number two. Number three, uh, you know, this is a big one. Like, phishing or spoofing. Emails pretending to be from a well known source ask customers or consumers to enter or confirm personal information. That is a big one. Someone could pose as your bank company or the IRS or the DMV or whatever the case may be, ask you to confirm disappointment or whatever if they know that you've actually been interacting with these people for a while trying to do things on that site, and they will actually confirm your information. And that will probably that's probably a big way how people get information, because you just giving it to them. They actually confirm, but they never had it in the first place, so you just gave that information away. But one big one that a lot of people end up doing in the city where I'm from, New York City, is um like fake checks. I've heard about it a lot. You know, fake check scams. A lot of people end up like going to stores with checks, cashing that check, but it's not actually a real check. You know what I'm saying? There's no money. There's no money on that check. So by the time the bank has given you the check, like by the time the bank has given you the money, matter of fact, they realize that the check actually has no money on it. And that's a big one. I've heard about it a lot. And yeah, man, especially living in New York City, man, you hear stuff. Yeah, this is this is a big one. I've actually watched shows and the fucking Tender Swindler. This is number five, by the way. Tender Swindler, man. Like friendship and sweetheart swindles. That's a big one. Ben, that's a big one for more of the older crowd. This is not really a young crowd thing. It's for like the older crowd, lonely woman, husband just died, kids are not living in the house, big investment, money she has in the bank, don't know what to do with it, wants to get this guy from Africa to come to America, send him money to help him, stuff like that. And it always happens. Tender Swindler was a big example of that one. Tender Swindler, if you haven't watched that one, Tender Swindler is really, it's that was just crazy. That was crazy. Tinder Swindler was crazy, and it's crazy how most of the girls actually,
CMOS.
I'm not saying I like CMOS just because it's my boy. That shit is good.
She fuck with the CMOS,
Tap
yo.
in, y'all. That shit is great.
Tap
It's
in
worth
with the
for
CMOS.
$7. You won't regret it, man. Maze Tropical CMOS. Go follow that on Instagram.
Tap in.
Advertisement time. Today we have Maze Tropical Sea Moss, wild crafted fruit infused sea moss, fruits and sea moss from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. And if you don't know about sea moss, man, sea moss has 92 out of 102 minerals that the body needs. Sea moss has a whole bunch of other minerals and nutritions and, just like health benefits like protein, calcium, sulfur, iodine, magnesium, and that's just a few of them. Sea moss is also good for pregnant women because it gives you and the baby nutriments because it's jam packed with nutriments. Sea moss is also good for smokers because it removes the phlegm in your chest and your throat. It clears out your sinuses and all of that stuff. Sea moss is also good for sex, man. It could boost your sex drive. So if you're not all there, drink that sea moss. Sea moss also has way more nutrition, vitamins, minerals than any other multivitamins there is out there. Man, try Maze Tropical Sea Moss today. Wild crafted fruit infused sea moss drinks. Tap in, man. Support. Y'all already know. Commercial break. They eventually knew, and it's crazy how it scarred them, but it's just crazy. Tinder Swindler was crazy, man. Just be wary of the guys, coming onto you on social media. That is not how, yeah, man, that is not how you want to lose your money. $50,000, $70,000 lost by sending some guy in Nigeria or some African country money because you think you're in love with the guy. Man, get out of here. Investment opportunities in this day and age, man. You get hit with the trading gold, gems, art, rare coins, offers in your emails everywhere. Even in the street, you get hit with that. Man, you don't want to do that. This is number 6, by the way. You don't want to do that. And a lot of these are scams. You gotta go into those in your own, like you gotta know what investments you want to get into with that. But yeah, the investment opportunities, don't get investment opportunities from somebody. Number 7, advice, free loans, credit arrangements, which is false promises of business or personal loans, even if credit is bad, for a fee upfront. Like, that's usually always a scam because we live in America. America runs on credit, not Dunkin'. If someone is offering you the opportunity and you don't have good credit, man, just know that's a scam. No, that was probably a scam. So look out for that one. Family friend imposters. A scammer calls or emails claiming that a friend or family member is in distress in jail or in a hospital and urgently needs funds to help. I've never really heard about this one, but I guess that's something to look out for, man. Look out for those calls or those emails. People asking you for money that claims to be your family, I guess. Shit. Number 9. Computers, equipment, and software. Scammers claim to offer technical support. Technical support is a big one. You always hear of that, of that Indian guy on the phone calling you and telling you, oh, your software, I fixed your software and you need to transfer $50 or this $100 to renew the software, stuff like that. Man, you always hear about that one. I've heard about that one, so definitely look out for that one. And last but not least, scholarships and grants. You get a lot of emails in your folder from the fake Sally Mae. Man, if it's not the real Sally Mae, ignore those people, man. Sally Mae should be the only one in your email if you have school loans. If it's not Sally Mae, get out of here. But yeah, these are the 3 top 10 lists. Scamming was a good one, man. Y'all gotta look out for this, and this happens to a lot of people, more people than you think. A lot of people are embarrassed, and that's why they don't talk about it. A lot of people end up just not reporting it because they're really just embarrassed. They're really just embarrassed at what other people are gonna think about them or what other people are gonna say. That's why a lot of people don't report the scamming. But you also gotta look out for the scamming. If it seems fishy or if it looks like something that you really it's just like, well, does this really? It's like, no, this is too good to be true. Come on, man, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't get yourself in that trap. But this is the end of this episode, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. I really do. The support really helps. I really appreciate the support. All the views help. That's how I get out there. That's what motivates me to record, is knowing that y'all guys actually enjoy this and watch this, yo. But I've added a new segment. I've always had this segment on the podcast, but I used to post it on Instagram, and I haven't really got any much interactions with that segment. Posting on Instagram, I still will post it on Instagram, but I guess I wanted to add it to the, to the podcast itself. And this segment is a question of the week. And my question of the week is, what is your favorite top 10 list? Is there a top 10 list, like favorite foods, favorite vacation places, favorite cars, a top 10 list that you enjoy looking at, a top 10 list that you kind of made your bucket list? Is there any top 10 list that your favorite top 10 list? Comment it on the question of the week post on my Instagram. Let me know, and I will definitely make a mention of the most interesting ones on the next episode. If y'all actually do it, like I said, I wasn't getting much interactions on my question of the week, so I'm putting it out there for you guys to interact more, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the listeners, but we gotta interact with me, man, so I could, spice it up a little bit for you. I think this is it for this podcast. And for this episode, not for the podcast, man. I'm gonna release another episode soon next week. But for this episode, and this was a good one, man, with your host Malin. I appreciate y'all, like I said. And this is the Everything and Anything podcast. You already know, the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design. I just do it, man. I really just do it. As you can see, I get to it. This podcast is to spark your mind, make you laugh a little, also to make you wonder about the things you thought you knew. Don't forget to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Check out my YouTube channel also. I've released a few videos on there. Their same videos are also on Spotify. If you don't use any of those, you always got Apple Podcasts. You can't really access the videos on Apple Podcasts, but you can still listen. Man, leave a like, a comment, a share. Anchor has this feature where y'all guys could send in voice messages to me. Send in some voice messages to me. I could also talk about and feature in my episodes and in my podcast. Interact, guys. This is the point of me. This is the point of this call to action, yo. Interact with me, guys. Interact. That gives me motivation to do this. That gives me motivation to be more interested and spice it up for you guys. I would love to hear what you have to say about me, because I'm always the one talking. But then y'all guys don't interact with me, man. But just interact, man. That's really my point of the call to action today. Interact with the podcast. I have questions out there. Go answer the questions, especially on Spotify. You could answer the questions right on Spotify. Check them out, yo. Check them out. The link in my bio on Instagram has everything you need to know. My Instagram has everything you need to know at Everything and Anything Pod. Check out our Twitter. Check out our Instagram. And much love to everybody who actually does so. I appreciate you. And yeah, thank you guys. Peace. This was a good episode.